1991, Mogadishu, Somalia, a city on the brink of civil war. In the midst of the chaos, two rival embassies, South Korea and North Korea, must put aside their differences to survive. This is the true story behind Escape from Mogadishu. Our story begins with Ambassador Han Sin-seong, representing South Korea in Mogadishu. His mission? Secure Somalia's vote for South Korea's entry into the United Nations. But he's not alone. The North Korean ambassador, Rim Yong-soo, has the same objective. The two sides are locked in a tense diplomatic battle. But beneath the political games, something far more dangerous is brewing. The Somali civil war is about to explode. Suddenly, Mogadishu erupts into violence. Rebels flood the streets, government forces collapse, and foreign diplomats are caught in the crossfire. The South Korean embassy finds itself completely cut off. With no reinforcements, no communication, and no way out, Ambassador Han must make an impossible decision: work with his enemies or die alone. As bullets fly outside, the South Koreans receive an unexpected knock on their door. The North Koreans. Their embassy has also been attacked, and they have nowhere to go. The two rival groups, who have spent their careers opposing each other, now face a grim reality. They must trust one another if they want to escape. With no government to turn to and no safe passage, the diplomats and their families must create an escape plan from scratch. But in a city ruled by chaos, who can they trust? With Somali rebels on one side and lawless mercenaries on the other, the group must navigate a city that has turned into a war zone. They barter, they run, they hide, but every move could be their last. The South and North Koreans may be working together, but years of Cold War suspicion run deep. Can they truly trust each other, or will survival force them to betray one another? With supplies running low and the violence escalating, they come up with a desperate plan: reach the Italian embassy, the only place that might offer them safety. But getting there means crossing the deadliest parts of Mogadishu. The plan is risky, the odds are against them, and in a city where no one is safe, one wrong move could mean death for everyone. Will they make it? Will enemies become allies, or will survival tear them apart? Their only chance lies ahead, but what they don't know is that the worst is yet to come. This isn't just a movie. This really happened. The true story behind Escape from Mogadishu background: the Somali Civil War, 1991. In 1991, Somalia was in turmoil as rebels from the United Somali Congress, USC, launched an uprising against President Siad Barre. Mogadishu, the capital, descended into total anarchy, with brutal street fighting, looting, and mass killings. Foreign embassies were caught in the chaos, and diplomats had no way to communicate with their home countries as Somalia's government collapsed. The stranded embassy's South Korean embassy, led by Ambassador Kang Shin-soong, fictionalized as Ambassador Han Sin-seong in the movie. The embassy had no military protection, food supplies were running low, and they couldn't reach the South Korean government. North Korean embassy, led by Ambassador Ji Dae-won, fictionalized as Ambassador Rim Yong-soo in the movie. North Korean diplomats were also trapped and facing the same life-threatening conditions. The unexpected alliance. The South Koreans had a few security guards and some resources, but they were still vulnerable. The North Koreans, despite being longtime political enemies, had no choice but to seek help from the South Koreans. After tense discussions, both sides agreed to work together. The escape plan. With the city in complete lawlessness, the two embassies planned to flee in a convoy of cars to the Italian embassy, where they hoped to find protection. The biggest challenges were rebel forces and government soldiers fighting in the streets. Roadblocks manned by armed gangs who would kill or rob anyone they saw. No communication with the outside world. They were on their own. The dangerous convoy escape. On January 10, 1991, a joint convoy of South and North Korean diplomats, their families, and staff drove through the war-torn streets of Mogadishu. The convoy faced multiple roadblocks, gunfire, and near-death encounters. After a terrifying journey, they reached the Italian embassy, which provided temporary shelter. Later, they were safely evacuated from Somalia. What happened after? The event was kept a secret for decades due to the tense relationship between North and South Korea. It was one of the very few instances where North and South Koreans worked together for survival. Many of the real survivors later shared their stories, leading to the creation of the 2021 film Escape from Mogadishu. How accurate is the movie? What's true? The setting, characters, and the overall escape mission are based on real events. The tension and distrust between South and North Korean diplomats were accurately portrayed. The war-torn chaos of Mogadishu, including rebel violence, is realistically depicted. What's dramatized? Some action sequences were added to heighten suspense. Certain characters and conversations were fictionalized to create deeper emotional impact. The exact details of the convoy's encounters were slightly altered for dramatic effect. Conclusion: the real-life escape from Mogadishu is one of the most incredible yet lesser-known survival stories in diplomatic history. It highlights how political enemies can unite in the face of death, even if only for survival. South Korean Embassy Ambassador Han Sin-seong, played by Kim Yoon-seok, the South Korean ambassador to Somalia, a strategic and level-headed diplomat who struggles to keep his team safe amid the war. Forced to cooperate with North Koreans for survival despite their political differences. Counselor Kang Dae-jin, played by Jo In-sung, a high-ranking South Korean intelligence officer stationed at the embassy. Skilled in negotiation and survival tactics, acts as a bridge between diplomats and the dangerous situation outside. Gong Soo-cheol, played by Jong Man-sik, a South Korean embassy staff member, provides assistance in strategizing their escape plan. Faces emotional turmoil as the crisis worsens. North Korean Embassy Ambassador Rim Yong-soo, played by Heo Jun-ho, the North Korean ambassador to Somalia, initially sees the South Koreans as enemies, but soon realizes they must work together to survive. A proud and authoritative figure who struggles with the idea of cooperating with South Koreans. Taek-soo, played by Koo Kyo-hwan, a North Korean intelligence officer, highly suspicious of the South Koreans and reluctant to trust them, plays a crucial role in navigating the survival tactics of the group. Supporting characters: Somali rebels and government soldiers, the opposing factions in the Somali Civil War. Their conflict creates chaos, making it nearly impossible for foreign diplomats to escape safely. Italian embassy officials provide temporary shelter to the escaping Koreans. Their role reflects the diplomatic complexities of the crisis. Character dynamics and themes. The rivalry between North and South Korea is a major theme, but so is their reluctant alliance for survival. Ambassador Han and Ambassador Rim start as enemies, but slowly develop a mutual respect under life-or-death circumstances. The intelligence officers, Kang Dae-jin and Taek-soo, add tension as they distrust each other even when working together. The embassy staff and their families show the human cost of war, adding emotional depth to the escape mission. For more movie recaps, like and subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on the notification button. See you on the next video.